welcome to a very windy Wastwater. Wastwater in Latin or something must mean really, really windy lake, because every time I've been here it's been really quite windy. I haven't actually been to Wastwater now since 2 or 3 years. Last time I was out here was with Chris Sale. We did a little collabby YouTubey thing, and one thing I love about Wastwater is there's just so much to explore, so many different places to park the car, and there's just so many different places to explore and so many different coves, and it's just a really beautiful part of the world. And it's got my favourite mountain in the Lake District, which is Great Gable, which you can't quite see. You might just be able to see the top of it poking up over there. One that I have never conquered, and I'm hoping to conquer at some point this year. But yeah, let's just chill. We've completely gotten out of the wind here. How nice is that?
Much better.
It's like probably 5 or 6 degrees, but in the wind it feels like 0. It feels so cold. So this feels really nice. So I've just seen a shot that suits me down to the ground, because it means I can get out of the wind and just take my time over this, which is something I never do. And it's just a case of waiting patiently for the shot. I need to wait till the sun comes out, and basically the waves are just gently lapping the shore, as you can probably see, which is leaving me with some really nice abstract shapes. And when the sun sort of cuts through that really those gentle waters that are lapping the shore, we get some really nice golden tones on the quite dark stone. And there's a bit of a multicoloured, you know, there's loads of different colours, stones in the shore, which I think look really nice. So you don't have to come to Wastwater, however you say it, to get the big money shots. There are plenty of other things that you can photograph here. And if this works, I think this will look really, really nice. So I'm shooting on my 85mm 1.2, and I'm currently shooting at 2.8. I want a really fast shutter speed, because I really want to capture and freeze time. And I'm really feeling chilled. This is a really nice moment to photograph. Climbing that one day. Great Gable. It's so difficult to. It's quite, as a non-Lake District resident, it's really difficult to come to Wastwater and not photograph rocks in the foreground with Great Gable, and then Officer Scuffle Pike over there. It's really difficult not to photograph the big view. But I'm not doing that today because we haven't got the light anyway. And that's Great Gable, and I'm determined to climb that this year. It's allegedly one of the best views in Lakeland. and Laura's doing it with me. She's just agreed. She's shaking her head. But what I've just done, I've just set up a shot. I'm just walking back to the car, and there's a bit of a snaky road here that snakes all the way, well, what looks like to Great Gable, and it's got personal meaning for me because I really want to climb it. And I'd say it's already my favourite mountain in Lakeland. But I'll climb it and then I'll let you know if it's still my favourite. But yeah, I think we can go back to the car. So we're en route back to our accommodation down near Barrow and Furness, and stopped off at a beautiful place called St Bees, as in bloody bees. It's a place that I've heard of because it's actually the official start of the Coast to Coast walk, which is something I'm interested in. Whether I actually do it or not one day, I don't know, because you do have to commit a fair bit of time to do it. So if anyone's actually ever walked the Coast to Coast route, I'd love to hear from you and hear what it's actually like. But this little area of coastline is really quite quaint, and it's really, I don't know why, but it's so calm at the moment. And we've got these nice stone. Oh god, a little bit of my, I don't want to litter. A little bit of my 10-stop filter just nearly blown into the sea. That's no good. So yeah, it's just so calm today. And we've got all these lovely little pebbles which are occasionally catching the sun, which is just dancing in and out of the clouds. And I've got this little bit of a groin that's just falling away into the sea. So it's really nice and minimal. And the eagle-eyed amongst you will probably notice that that landmass in the background is the Isle of Man. I think it's the Isle of Man. So that's directly above the wooden structure. So nice and easy. F16, 20 seconds, ISO 100, and we've got a really quite relaxing scene. And this is only, what, half an hour from the Lake District, so all in all, I'd say this is quite a successful stop off en route to our accommodation. So I'm trying some photographs in portrait and landscape, and actually the ones that I like the most are coming out portrait because I've got some distractions. I've got the coastline over there, I've got some more of the groin here. Yeah, so I just think it works. It's got more of a minimal feel, and I can get more foreground, more of the stones in, and they're all different colours. And critically, the sun is behind a cloud, which is what I want, because I don't want too much light on this shot. So that looks quite nice. In fact, I can afford to go even longer of my exposure there. So I'm going to go 30 seconds F14. Let's try that, ISO 100. Hopefully that will do the job. So hello and good morning. Oh, he's blown your nose. Let's start that again in a minute. So hello and welcome to another day on the Honeymoon Diaries. We are in Borrowdale. We are attempting to climb the shortest or the smallest of all the Wainwrights, which is Castle Crag, which is just over there. Just about there. And we've just parked in Rosthwaite, and we just started the little trip because what we wanted to do was make sure that we didn't climb something too strenuous, because we didn't want to get divorced just yet. We'll save that for another day. And obviously we didn't want to exert too much energy really, because it's our honeymoon. We need to be relaxed and chilled. So we're going up the smallest Wainwright possible. And it's cold, it's nippy today, overcast, but the lakes just look, they just look amazing. And you got the sounds of the lambs everywhere. And that's just all we need to have a great day. And this particular walk is listed in Wainwright's guidebook as the most pretty square mile of Lakeland. So we're about to see why. The best thing I think I can do is not fall over. The best thing I think I can do is show you the B-roll of climbing to the top of Castle Crag. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a voiceover of the excerpt from the guidebook. It's just so poetic. I just love the way Wainwright talks with his dryness and his just absolute poetry. Brilliant. So over to you, voiceover.
Perhaps to be strictly correct, Castle Crag should not be recorded as a separate fell, but as a protuberance on the rough breast of Low Scordle, occurring almost at the foot of the slope and remote from the ultimate summit of High Spy far above and out of sight. Castle Crag has no major geographical function. It is not a watershed, it doesn't persuade the streams of Scordle from their predestined purpose of joining the Derwent, and it interrupts only slightly the natural fall of the fell to Borrowdale. On the general scale of the surrounding heights, it is of little significance. Yet Castle Crag is so magnificently independent, so ruggedly individual, so aggressively unashamed of its lack of inches that less than justice would be done by relegating it to a paragraph in the High Spy chapter. If its top is below 1,000 feet, which is doubtful, no official height having been determined, it's the only fell below 1,000 feet in this series of books that is awarded the full treatment, a distinction well earned. Castle Crag conforms to no pattern. It is an obstruction in the throat of Borrowdale, confining passage therein to the width of a river and a road, hiding what lies beyond, defying cultivation. Its abrupt pyramid, richly wooded from base almost to summit, but bare at the top, is a wild tangle of rough steep ground, a place of crags and scree and tumbled boulders, of quarry holes and spoiled dumps of confusion and disorder. But such is the artistry of nature, such is the mellowing influence of the passing years, that the scars of disarray and decay have been transformed in a romantic harmony, cloaked by a canopy of trees and a carpet of leaves. There are lovely copses of silver birch by the crystal clear river, magnificent specimens of Scots pine higher up. Naked of trees, Castle Crag would be ugly. With them, it has a sylvan beauty unsurpassed, unique. If a visitor to Lakeland has only 2 or 3 hours to spare, poor fellow, yet desperately wants to reach a summit and take back an enduring memory of the beauty and atmosphere of the district, let them climb Castle Crag.
So here we are at the top of Castle Crag. We just had our lunch, I'm just picking out my teeth. And lovely, lovely walk. What else can you say about it?
It's like wild and rugged, but cute at the same time.
It really is, and it's not that difficult to get to the top. No. It was probably didn't even take us an hour, did it? Maybe 45 minutes, maybe something like that. Yeah. And that's with, well, maybe over an hour with photo stops and stuff. But the character that this little mini tiny mountain has,
I love it.
It's just full of character. I only got the camera at the bag halfway up, and it's probably a good job I did, because we still probably wouldn't have got to the top yet. So yeah, now we are going to head back down. And I don't think we're done with the lakes yet. I think we're going to have a little wander around one of the lakes. We just got to find the right one to have a wander around. And we've also got to try and find some parking, more to the point, because it's quite busy today in the lakes. Having said that, there's not a single soul on Castle Crag, and we've been told that is a rarity. Anyway, shall we get moving?
Yes.
Let's pack up. Let's get back down. We both grabbed some cool photos, we think, just before we get to the summit. There's some really lovely expansive views over the southern and western lakes. I think that's the southern and western lakes over there, because that's Derwentwater, just over my left shoulder now. And there are also these trees that come out of the quarry. Got some cool shots of that, so we'll stick those on at the end of the video. But so far, I think this is the best day we've had on Little Honeymoon so far. I think it's been really fun.
Yeah, it's been the best for a very different reason.
Yeah, it's been the best. Whoa!
Best activity.
It's been the best activity day. Right, let's get cracking. So it's here, it's happened. It's the last day of honeymoon. I don't know how that's happened. It's... Laura's just mouthing the words, wow, as I'm doing this little bit to camera. It's the last day of our honeymoon. And we weren't ready to say goodbye to the Lake District just yet. So we've decided to come to Consiton Water for a sunrise kayak paddle. And it looks insane. So hello and welcome to Consiton Water. We are paddling our lives away on our inflatable kayak on our honeymoon, and life's pretty good. And I think we're going to end the video with this little moment here, because the reason that we've brought you guys along with us was to show that there are moments and memories to be captured on a honeymoon, to be treasured forever. And I think that this might be one of them. We're on Consiton Water. It's so calm this morning. The sun is out. It was freezing this morning, but the temperature's already up to about 5-6 degrees, I'd say. No wind at all. And out of 10, how good is life right now? 50. 50. It's absolutely amazing. We had the drone up in the air. Yeah, life's good. So, yeah, should we end it? Should we end the honeymoon there?
Yeah.
Should we do a high five somehow?
My arm's really aching.
Okay, we'll call it a day here because Laura's arms are aching. I hope that you've enjoyed this video, this series of honeymoon videos. I hope that if you've got any marriage advice, please let us know, because we need it, don't we? We need all the marriage advice we can get.
I think 1 week in we've done alright.
1 week in, it's going well so far, yeah. But as for now, we'll call it a day here. Thanks for watching. I will see you soon on the next video, whatever that may be about. Take it easy. Hope you're staying safe wherever you are in the world. And we'll see you on the next one.
Since I've seen that the sun could be bright again, I don't ever wanna be blind again for you. As if the stars came alive in my dreams again, and stay up all day just to feel again for you. Don't know where we're going tonight, I bet it's gonna be something that I regret, but not tonight, no, not tonight. Wind in my hair as we ride downtown, thinking we might have to turn around. It's too late now, it's too late now. You're the only thing going on in my head, thinking about every little word that you said. Just ain't been the same since we started. Forgot everything that I wanted to do. Since I've seen that the sun could be bright